Your fixed expenses should not be making up more than 50% of your take or of your monthly income. And fixed expenses are things like your rent, phone bill, your car note, your insurance, anything that you have to pay every single month. That's a fixed expense. Some people like to follow what's known as the 50-30-20 rule, which is basically needs are 50% of your income, wants are 30%, and 20% goes to savings, which works really well for a lot of people, unless you're able to put a lot more away to savings and do that. I spoke to a financial advisor, and they had told me with your savings, it's smart to put 15% away into like a long-term retirement account, and then 5% into like a more shorter term savings account, like a high yield savings. If you can't put away 20% every month into savings, you can start a little lower by putting away 10% of your monthly income into savings. So if you make $3,000 a month, put away $300. Or if you can't do that, you can start smaller than that. You can go with putting away $100 a month or 50, whatever. I think the key term here is to at least start. A lot of people never start. So once you start putting money away and see that little nest egg growing, you're gonna be more inclined to put more money away. You're gonna get the most out of saving and investing if you start early and if you start in general. A lot of people think, I need to make more money, I need a higher income. Making more money isn't the actual key to financial independence. It helps, of course, but understanding money is, and knowing how to manage it, knowing how to save it and invest it, that's what's actually going to help you in the long run. Cross is inside out and tangled up. Automatic payments are your friend. I think it makes it just a lot more easy to save when, as soon as the paycheck hits your account, it just gets separated into your different savings accounts, so that you don't have to think about it or worry about it or go to a little coffee shop once a month and try to put things in different places. Because if it's automatically happening and the money is automatically being taken away to being saved, you don't even have to see it. You don't have to worry about spending it because you don't have it to spend on an overpriced latte that you don't need. You start to not feel it almost. Since the money's not there, as soon as it hits your account, you just don't feel like you lost anything. You just get paid whatever you got paid minus that. It's just automatic. You don't even see it. It's like out of sight, out of mind. Just know that very small and consistent efforts over a long period of time can make a really big impact on your savings and your investing in the long term, even if it doesn't feel like right now it's making a dent. Your car is the most expensive item that you're gonna buy that's gonna depreciate in value. So before you buy a car, just listen to me here on this one, because before you buy a car, do your research. I was bamboozled, I was finagled, I was robbed. Learn from it, okay? But before you buy a car, do your research. Make sure that you know everything about the kind of car that you want to buy before you go in there. And keep in mind, they want to sell you a car more than you want to buy it. They get paid off a commission, yes, but these car dealership people, they have to meet a certain quota. If they don't sell a certain amount of cars that month, they get fired. So come in with the things that you want, and if they're not going to give it to you, threaten to walk out. Literally come in with everything already looked up, already knowing the price that they want to sell you, already knowing how you're going to negotiate. You go in there, guns a-blazing, wise, smart, leave no survivors, and threaten to leave. And if they don't give you what you want, leave and go to another dealership. And you don't need a new car. You don't need a brand new car. Oh my goodness. There's literally, what's the point? You also really don't need more than one of something. Overconsumption leads to poverty. I know we like to watch these videos that we see on TikTok with all, how people will start those organization videos and they have 15 Stanley cups and all these things, and they're kind of cleaning it and saying day in my life, or morning routines. Or they'll put a lot of ice in different containers and pouring milk out of its original container into another container to put in the fridge. Those sort of videos, I don't know, I kind of I like watching them too, but it's unnecessary. I feel like it doesn't I mean, outside of that aesthetic, how much more functional it really is it? The great Margarita Nazarenko once said, "You don't need another lip gloss." And that has stuck in my brain. I did have a problem with this when it came to like perfumes. Like, I love perfume. I used to collect perfume. I still have my collection. It's just so expensive, and I did good this year. I haven't bought one brand new perfume this year, but it was on sale at the Sephora sale. Brand names are not that important. What you're really paying for is that little logo. That is why they're able to jack up the price. I don't know if you guys have seen that little social experiment where they pretended they had an expensive shoe store and then called Palessi, and then people were buying it and saying, "Oh, this is so good, this is so this and that," but really it was Payless shoes. People will buy anything if it comes with a certain name. It's more of a psych sort of thing. So I don't know, I would look more into the quality of the item and the material instead of like just the name of it. And if it has longevity and you're going to use it long term. But aside from that, I would say to invest more into yourself. Like, invest into yourself, spend more on experiences, skills, hobbies, things that, like memories and things that you'll have long term, other than material things that you're not going to care about tomorrow. Once you buy this thing, the happiness is so fleeting, you don't even feel it anymore. You get it, you're so excited, and then it's kind of like, oh, okay, I have it. So that's a tip. Also, try to learn how to DIY your maintenance. Beauty maintenance costs a lot of money, but you can make it a lot cheaper for yourself if you know how to do a lot of the things they're overcharging for on your own. And then you'll never have to listen to another "hey boo" text ever. So if you know how to do your own hair, your own nails, your own lashes, that's gonna cut costs for you, monthly costs for you. Especially because like they're charging like $400 for a silk press or sew-ins, more than that. If you can do that yourself over a long span of time, imagine how much money you're saving. I do think it feels nice to go and get your hair done. It's kind of like a luxury experience. Have somebody else like do your hair for you or do your nails for you and feel like pampered. I don't take away from that. I think that's a good thing. But if you're able to do some things yourself to save a little bit of money here and there, that is a really good way to save. Personally, I always say it. I always do my hair myself. I do my lashes myself. I do my nails myself, my toes myself. I do my waxes myself. So I save a lot in that aspect. Like beauty maintenance, I got it. Like, I'll go to someone maybe once or twice a year, maybe if that. Because the last time I did my braids, it took me like 10 hours. And I think next time I'm going to go to someone because I don't deserve that kind of pain. And if you get really, really good at it, you can start providing that service for other people. If you like that sort of thing. Like, I'm good at doing my nails, and my sister always tells me, like, you could do someone else's nails. And I'm like, no, because I could take my time and change my mind. And I'm kind of basic with it, like pink, red, maybe some designs here and there, but like someone else is gonna be like, oh, can you fix that? And I'm gonna be like, okay. Oh, jeez Louise. You do not need a whole bunch of credit cards, and make sure that you're paying off your credit card every single month, because credit card interest fees are really, really high, and you don't want to be like a victim of that or someone who has to pay those fees for no reason. These credit card companies make their money off of people who are using them incorrectly and off of people who make really bad financial decisions. So you don't want to let these credit card companies use you. You use them, okay? Flip the script, okay? Use them for points, for flights, airline miles. Well, no, not for airline miles, but like for flights, hotel stays. Use the credit card. Don't get used. Investments are a really good thing, and this is where people will make the bulk of their money and gain interest on their savings long term. Diversify your portfolio in a way that you understand and in a way that does not become confusing to you. Take it slow and educate yourself first, because especially when you're just starting to invest or put your money away into these different, different spaces. It just sounds like a lot at first. You know, you're hearing about all these words like stocks and cryptocurrency and NFTs and EFTs and NBAs and all this other stuff and mumbo jumbo, you know. Even like, let me tell you, I myself, I'm not a stocks guru. I can't tell you and predict what's going up and what's going down and AI's effect on the market and Elon Musk and how that ties into the whole thing and all that mumbo jumbo. You know, I'm not telling you that. I mean, I learn about it. I like learning about it, but it's just a lot. Okay, so I just say to take it slow before you start putting your money into spaces that you're not that clear on. Like I'll go to a coffee shop and I'll watch videos with people like the Wealth twins, and there's someone else, I forgot his name, but he wears glasses and he used to be a preschool teacher, but his net worth is now $1 million. I'll put him up on the screen. People like this who have already proven that they've gotten to where you want to be, that's who you want to watch. Take your time, go somewhere, watch these videos, do your research, take notes, and then move accordingly. It would not be smart to just start investing in a whole bunch of stocks and all this other stuff and EFTs and whatever's because somebody on the internet told you that it was a good idea to. Like, don't do that, okay? Be smart about it. Let's just start small. Start with the basics. Like, for example, a Roth IRA. A Roth IRA is a retirement account that you can invest in bonds, mutual funds, stocks, and all these other things to grow your income over a long period of time, because you can only take it out tax-free when you are over 60 years of age. It does have a cap. You can only invest in about $7,500 a year. Very good retirement alternative retirement option than you just the 401k or 403b that you may have with your job. I use Fidelity. There's also another account, like a high yield savings account. There's many out there. This account is basically an online bank that is going to pay you for putting your money into the bank and just leaving it there and letting it sit. It pays you every month for using it. The rate can be from 3% to 4%. It depends on the high yield savings that you're using and on how much money that you had put into the account initially and how much you're putting in over time. I think high yield savings accounts are a really good option for like a lot shorter term savings, like if you're planning on buying a house soon and you need that money immediately, or if you want to put away an emergency fund, that's a really good place to put it because you can take it out whenever you need it without any kind of penalty or anything like that. It's just a safe place that just slowly grows your money over time, because in your checkings or normal savings with your debit card, your money's just sitting there. In a high yield savings, it's just going to slowly grow your money over time. A brokerage account is kind of similar to like a Roth account. It's another investment account where you can buy, sell mutual funds, index funds, and put your money in there to grow it over a long period of time. With these accounts, a lot of people like using them, well, for retirement, yes, but people also like using them for like if they want to buy a house and they want to put their money that they're saving up for a house in like a mutual fund or an index fund and letting it grow over time so they can cash that out and get the return from it, because you don't have to wait until you're 60 to remove money from a brokerage account. It's not like a Roth IRA in that sense. It doesn't cap you at a certain amount. Like how with a Roth IRA, you can only put up to $7,000 in every year. In a brokerage account, you can put in as much as you want. A lot of financial advisors do say that it's best to first max out your Roth and then whatever is left over, put into a brokerage account and just let that grow over time. With a brokerage account, the top three are Charles Schwab, Fidelity, and Vanguard. Also, call a financial advisor and ask questions. It does not hurt to ask, especially if you're just starting and you have a lot of questions and you're curious about a lot of things, because it's your money you're putting somewhere. You don't want to go in blind and unsure, okay? Ooh, yeah, I hope this video helps somebody, because these are my notes for myself too. Hope you liked it. And if you did like it, put a like, press that like button and make a comment, tell me something. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.